Today I'm going to show off a fantastic budget Casio that I don't think you're going to be able to buy much longer. Let's get into it! Yes, and welcome to the Mad Watch Collector Show. And an important one today it is, because I want to give you the chance to buy this Casio before the brand stops making it, which I'm pretty sure they have done. Now, if you've been along this Casio ride with me for long enough, you will know that my best value for money budget beta Casio is the A1200, the Casio Royale. A world timer watch with enough features and functions to wet your whistle all day long. However, I know there are quite a few of you out there that just don't like the look of it. It's a bit big, there's too many windows, and for some of you, it's just not retro looking enough. Well, let me tell you, there is a world time watch that bridges the gap between, let's say, an A158 to an A1200 that gives you that sweet, sweet whiff of the 80s and doesn't look too modern. Right now on Amazon, it's going for around £35, but they are becoming very scarce around, which usually tells me they're not going to be here for much longer. For anyone that's into their retro looking Casios, this is a must buy because it looks more 80s than the 80s. Are you budget Casio ready? Let's go. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is the Casio A500W. Now, this reference came out in 2014, but it is actually a reissue of the A300, which was first released back in 1987. And people, you can tell, can't you? We have our classic budget specifications here. It's a resin case with a chrome silver plating, resin glass, and a very nice and comfortable Jubilee style stainless steel strap. As you can see from what it tells you in the top right, the main feature of this watch is a world time. We also have a fantastic image of the world map. And to be perfectly honest, it does look a little bit less squished than the A1200's map. You can get this watch with a map that is grey and not blue, but I think the blue and the yellow of the water resist, it just screams retro Casio for me, so it has to be this one. I love the big bold Casio logo in the top left. Like the A1200, this watch has amazing symmetry, being a great square shape, and we have two buttons on either side of the watch. What also gives me a lovely injection of retroness is the digital display showing the day, as it is thinner than the time or the day date. Just something you saw quite a lot of in the 80s, you don't see now. Another thing you see is the segmented lines at the top of the LCD display, just framing the map, but also framing the notifications to this watch I'll show you in a minute. Anyway, very lightweight, being 50 grams. We've got 39 millimeters going from top to bottom. It's 34 going from left to right, and it's only 9.6 millimeters thick. And even though we have a big, bold, yellow water resist text at the bottom of the screen, this watch is still only splash proof. However, we all know that splash proof means pretty decent water resistant when it comes to Casio watches. Now, you may have noticed it already, but this watch is a little bit scratched. That's because it's 4 years old. I've had this watch for at least 4 years, and it was given to me as a gift by a very close friend, and I gotta say, it has held up pretty well. There is a big plate to the case of this watch, which sort of acts like a hood over the end link of the strap, and that is where you can see a few scratches. A part of me does think I should buy another one, because I may not get many more chances to buy this one.
Could you just click that like button, please? It really helps the channel. Thank you. Now,
this case houses the 3437 module, and it has a big upgrade to that A300 of 1987, as that one never had a backlight. This one does. However, let's scroll through the modes. We have our world time, and you can scroll through to your heart's content to see what the time is in Lisbon, Athens, Cairo, you name it. We then have 5 alarm options, which is pretty good. Then a countdown timer, and then the fantastic stopwatch. That has a split time function. What I like with this watch, if you press the bottom right pusher, you can cycle through 4 favorite cities of times, which means this isn't just a dual time watch. This is a quadruple time watch.
A GMT beast!
But if you keep your finger on the bottom right pusher, this watch automatically cycles through those 4 cities, including the one you're in. Like the F91, this watch does have a display test function, and this usually tells you that the watch isn't fake, although there have been stories I've heard where fake Casios do this as well. Also, if we want to mute the beeps, which I don't know why anyone would, you keep your finger on the bottom left and you have the word mute. Now you're pushing the buttons, there's no sound. And where's the fun in that? I want to get that back, come on. Oh, sweet Casio. Now it states that the battery's gonna last 4 to 6 years. I'm on my 4th year here. The screen is as crisp and clear as the first time I got it. So much better than the new Casios that are being released left, right and center. Legibility is phenomenal on this watch. And the LED backlight is pretty good as well. It is a pretty big screen to illuminate, and with that one bulb I think it does quite a good job.
Hello.
On my 6.5-inch wrist, and this watch, it just looks awesome, you know, 80s, yeah. It bridges the gap from those F91s, the A158s, the A168s, to the new ones like the A1200s, and even the LF30Ws that have just come out. This watch still retains that 80s loveliness, and it does it in a pretty sophisticated little package. Yes, it doesn't have the 10-year battery life. Yes, it doesn't have the 100 meters of water resistance. And yes, the chrome plating is going to scratch up quite a lot if you do a proper physical job. And another yes, if you have hairy arms, expect to feel a slight pulling at times. But this is a superb little addition to anyone's Casio collection. A watch that looks like you've just bought it in the 80s, or you've held on to it for 40 years. But this is one of those references that have really stayed under the radar. Not many people talk about it, because it's not a watch to show off. It's not a watch that has the best features. But do they honestly look as good as this one? I don't think they do. For £35, it's a must-have. Leave it any later and you could be paying double. I don't think they're going to be around much longer. So here it is, my wife's views on the fantastic A500. Oh great, a Casio. This one looks too square for me. Reminds me of a microwave oven. Don't like it. Just as excited as I am about seeing a beautiful retro budget Casio, eh? No, not at all. Yes, Casio Corner is back, and we've got to say a big thank you to JC Marshall, because you don't see many of these in the wild, I tell you. This is the CRW-001, the ring watch. From my experience having it in my hands and on my finger, I still wanted one. I love the fact that this gentleman has an A100 on his wrist as well. Proper Casio freak. Cut from the same cloth, my friend, and thank you so much for tagging me in. If you want to be on the next Casio Corner, all you got to do, find me on Instagram here and tag me in on one of your Casio posts. Because who knows, next time, the star of the show could be you. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If you want a bit more of the Mad Watch Collector channel, we've got a Patreon now. Click in the description below and see all the benefits and perks you get, such as see the shows early, blooper reels, behind the scenes content, watch giveaways, and get your name credited at the end of the show like this lovely lot. But if I've got you for a few more minutes, and I'm pretty sure I have, you know, because we're Casio friends, aren't we, yeah? Go on, click this one, you'll love it. You will love it. Do you think it's about time I did a Casio updated State of the Collection show? Let me know in the comments below, but click this one, you'll love this one. Go on, click it, click it!